are alive.
What did we just say that we were going to talk about?
First, you should probably talk about the Michelle Carter stuff first.
Okay, so...
Wait till we get some people in here.
There's a person.
I think we should wait and say, good morning, it's Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
You guys remember Michelle Carter, that chick that basically got convicted of helping her boyfriend commit suicide through texting? You remember?
You remember her? She's a complete hose beast.
Gosh,
she looks, sorry, I had to get off screen there for a second. She looks really, really evil.
Because of her eyebrows. She's got evil eyebrows.
She's got caterpillar eyebrows.
And there's something evil about them.
You think? Mm-hmm. They look like they're going to jump out and get you.
They really do. Well, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the HBO documentary. There was a 2-part documentary. It was called I Love You, Now Die. And it was all about that story. The story of the court cases, the defense, and all of that stuff. And so I finished watching it last night. Fascinating case. I didn't realize that just yesterday, her case has been it's been appealed up to the Supreme Court. So she's currently serving a 15-month sentence for her role in basically her role in the death of her boyfriend. And she's 22 years old, right? Yes. She's 22. And she just looks like an evil biatch. And she is. She's absolutely horrendous.
She is evil.
But of course, what this whole case brings up is it a crime to say things? Like, is it actually murder or manslaughter in this case? She was convicted of involuntary manslaughter because she didn't stop, and in fact, she encouraged her boyfriend to kill himself. Now, I didn't know until I watched the documentary that was his 5th attempt at suicide. Mm-hmm. Kind of feel like he was going to do it no matter what.
I mean, and he was obviously weak. He was, the kid was very weak. He was mentally ill, and he was also weak.
Yeah.
So
she
preyed on that. She preyed on that. She preyed on his weakness, and she preyed on the fact that he was mentally ill. So there's that. So she didn't pull a trigger. She didn't use a weapon.
She was 40 miles away.
She was in a different town. And so it was through text message. She was telling him, you need to kill yourself. And he did.
He did. And so, that was the crux of the issue. And so my husband and I actually disagree on this outcome because there's a lot of people who think, oh yeah, she was horrible. She could have stopped him because there was a point where he killed himself through carbon monoxide in his truck. And there was a point where he got out of the truck and told her that he was afraid and that he didn't want to do it. And she said, no, get back in the truck.
Yeah.
And he did, and now he's dead. So the judge, as he was coming down with his ruling, was like, she had a duty to intervene when she knew that she could. And in fact, instead of intervening, she did the opposite. She encouraged him to do it. So she was convicted. And I don't think that that's the right call. I tend to think she's an immoral, unethical Seahag of the biggest proportions, but I don't think she did anything criminal, because if she did, then that is a big old can of worms, right? If you can actually go to jail for murder when you were nowhere near the person's death, I feel like that's a really scary line to cross.
Yeah.
And so now it's going to the Supreme Court, or they're trying to get it to the Supreme Court. Very curious what you guys think about that.
Yeah, it is very interesting because what they're saying is that, she's serving time. Now, she's not serving a lot of time. She's serving 15 months. So it's not like a regular murder trial, because obviously it's manslaughter, but it's not like a regular murder case where, if she would have shot him or something, she'd be obviously serving a lot more time. But the fact remains is that she is serving time for manslaughter, which is interesting because she was 40 miles away and she did it through text message. So it's a really interesting case. It's like a precedent has been set here where she, quote unquote, killed this kid with words.
I just don't think you can do that
with text messages. So it's interesting, but a lot of people feel like she deserved what she got, and you guys may think that too. So we're interested.
Yeah, I'm seeing some comments. She deserved it.
She deserved it.
But then I'm also seeing other comments that said it was awful, but it's not murder. I mean, it's kind of like if you see someone who's about to jump off a bridge and you scream, "Do it!" Are you a murderer? Like, can you go to prison for that?
Well, I mean,
that's essentially what she did.
That is essentially what she did.
And I just don't think you get murder conviction for that.
But she did it. She did it for months leading up to that. I mean, she really harass this
Oh,
kid.
she was awful.
She was an evil biatch.
And there's no question about that, right? Like, there's zero question about how awful of a person she is. But whether it rises to the level of manslaughter...
Somebody asked what were their ages. Well, she's 22 now.
They were both under 18. So I think, or he may have just been 18 and she was 17.
Yeah.
No, I think they were both underage because I know that this was all
they were in high
considered
school.
a juvenile whatever.
They were in high school.
So that played into it, I think, in terms of the leniency of her actual sentence. But it's a fascinating documentary. It's just 2 parts. If you happen to catch it on HBO, you know, the people that did not participate in it are her parents. And you and I have tried all morning to figure out if she has siblings.
Yeah, I wanted to know if she had any siblings. Because I'm always curious about, like, do they have siblings? What's the birth order? Like, what is their upbringing like? I mean, what was her family like? You know, I'm always curious about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we can't find any information on her siblings. Her parents did not participate in the documentary. Of course, they're shown in the courtroom, but they don't speak on camera at all. His parents speak a lot, and they're no longer together. And you know, there's some family issues there, it sounds like, too, but it's just such a fascinating story, and I think it needs to go to the Supreme Court, right? Because it's such a big precedent-setting case that I feel like it needs to. She lost her state appeals completely, and so that's the next step, is to take it up to the federal courts, and so we'll see what happens. But that's like one to really keep an eye on.
Yeah,
right?
Totally. So this is an very interesting case.
Yeah.
The other thing that we want to talk about, which is really, really important, is that Ivanka Trump got a dog. And you know, I think, did we talk about this yesterday?
Yeah.
About how dogs are racist? Yesterday we talked about this.
Not dogs. Dogs aren't racist, but if you're white,
we're
have
racist because we have dogs. And
Yeah.
Between us and our writers,
someone wants to know what the shirt says.
Everything hurts and I'm dying.
It's because I've got like an unexplained sleep injury in my rib cage.
Everything hurts and she's dying. But since we have dogs, and between us and our writers, we're all just a bunch of obvious racists because we have. I have 3 dogs. You have 2 dogs.
And then everybody else has 1 dog.
Yeah, everybody else has 1
Our
dog.
2 interns and Ashley, they all have 1 dog apiece.
Yeah, so yeah, we're obviously racist.
So racist. So we talked about that in our Facebook Live yesterday,
Yeah.
that this was actually, there was some crazy person on the Twitter machine who said this, and then like 15,000 people agreed with her.
Yeah, because this complete lunatic equated dog ownership to slavery, because this is where we're at. It's peak 2019.
Yeah, the reason we want dogs is because we miss owning slaves.
This
is what they actually said.
All right. Let me just point out that my dogs probably live a better life than I do.
They have the best life.
Honest to God.
For
all right.
real.
I was thinking the other day about how, like, my dogs, like, they have, like, Tempur-Pedic mattresses.
Right.
And
oh my God, we've spent so much money on dog beds.
And they eat really great food, and don't even get me started on how well my dogs live.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway, but today, the complaint is that Ivanka Trump, she bought a white dog.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful white dog, and you can't do that. So it's not.
Well, it's super racist.
That is like it's insane race. It's like she's crazy racist.
I mean, you're white and you get a white dog.
But see, here's the thing. What if she would have bought a black dog? They would have made that like
they would have made it a thing.
They would have made that even more of a thing, because then it's like
then she wants to like be a master over the black dog.
They
would have totally made that about slavery.
She cannot win.
No, none of us can.
None of us can.
If we're white, we are racist. Period. The end. That's it.
Everything is racist.
Everything is racist.
They will find racist stuff and racism and everything. This is what they're doing now. This is what the media is doing now.
And she named it Winter.
She named it Winter?
Because it's so white and floofy.
Well, because she hates summer.
She's a summerist.
Yeah.
Obviously.
She's a springist and a fallist, too. God, I can't believe her.
This is our world.
She's awful, that Ivanka Trump. She's just awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is what they're doing now. And it's insanity. All they care about, and we talked about this on the show yesterday, it's a 90% fixation on race in the media these days. And I have a 9-year-old, and honestly, she would never see race if it weren't for the media.
Yeah, it's them constantly pushing that narrative. Constantly.
Oh my God.
It's out of control.
And it makes me sad for her. It really does. Because, listen, I don't let her watch the news or anything, but eventually she's going to see it, she's going to hear it, and it won't be because of me, and it won't be because of my husband. It won't be because of her family. It'll be because of the media. This horrible, horrible media. It just makes me so sad for her. Okay, so there's that. So Ivanka is, she's a racist.
I mean, how dare she get a white dog?
She can't do that. She can't do that. The other thing we wanted to tell you guys about was the Trump straws.
Did we mention that in the Facebook
I don't think we
Live
mentioned it in the Facebook.
We did on the show.
Yeah.
We were talking about how, Trump was asked recently his thoughts on this ban, like all these bans on plastic straws. And he was just saying, well, I mean, we've got bigger fish to fry, essentially. But so there's plastic straws, but there's also plastic everything, like plastic plates and all kinds of things are plastic. And this just seems like something just really dumb to worry about. Well, then his team decided to create Trump straws, red plastic Trump straws that you can buy in a pack of 10 for like $15 or something like that.
Which I want to buy some. They've sold out, I think.
Well, that's the thing, right? So we talked about them going on sale yesterday, and now today we're going to talk about the end result, which is that they've raised a ton of money from first-time people who have not necessarily been donors to the campaign, but who are contributing in this way. They're buying up the straws, and they've made a bunch of money from it, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, I want to get some for our boy who lives in San Francisco.
And just to have them, like, in your purse, right? Just, like, as a backup, because you go to these restaurants and you get the paper straws, and they get all gross. And
paper straws are absolutely disgusting.
They really are.
Who wants to drink out of paper straws? Because they get all mushy and nasty.
It's kind of, remember like eating pixie sticks when you were a kid?
Yeah.
And then you'd get that papery.
Yeah, because you'd suck on it for a while, and it's disgusting. Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants paper straws. Just stop with the paper straws. Okay, is there anything else we wanted to cover today?
Well, yesterday we didn't get to the meth gators. We're going to try to get to that.
We talked to you guys a little bit about the meth gators.
Yeah, we talked to you guys. We didn't get to it on the show. We're going to try to do that. And what should be fun, if we finally get to it, we're going to talk about some of the best misheard song lyrics.
Yes.
Which is always my favorite thing.
Do you guys have any misheard song lyrics that you can like shout out to us? Are there any? Do you have any offhand?
Well, I know my sister used to always. This isn't a very like a particularly interesting one, but remember Celebration, the Kool and the Gang Celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on.
She always used to think it was "Come Home," so she would sing that.
She'd say
"Come home." So, but I mean, that's not nearly as good as some of the examals that we have to give to you on our show this morning. There are some epic ones.
If you guys have any good ones, you can actually call our hotline too. It's at 317-684-8444, and we'll play it on the air.
Yeah.
And if you sing it, even better.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Really gonna take my horse to a hotel room. I don't know what
take my horse to a hotel room and ride like a king. You don't know that song, Old Town?
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they're talking about. Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Excuse me while I kiss this guy. That's good. It's Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, it's even better if you guys sing it on our voicemail. So do that. 317-684-8444. And we will, seriously, if we can get it before the show, that'd be even great. But we can do it tomorrow, too. We can play it on our show.
And then there's that Creed song, My Sacrifice.
Oh, my God. Reverend Blue Jeans.
Yeah, Reverend Blue.
Yeah, that's good. Like the Neil Diamond.
Yeah, my sister used to think it was Reverend Blue Jeans. That's right. And then Creed's My Sacrifice, singing as My Sack of Rice. My sack of rice.
Are you coming to say hi?
Hi.
We're doing wrong song lyrics with people. Do you know any wrong song lyrics?
You got a good example?
Well, I always get the songs right.
That's right. Because Rob is perfect. Rob is perfect.
I see music as an art, and the person wrote
like
something
a
down.
douche.
Yeah,
a douche.
People used to always think it was douche.
It was douche.
Yeah,
it was douche. It was Massengill douche. That's what it was.
You know who wrote that song originally, right?
No.
It's Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, that's his favorite.
He loves Bruce Springsteen.
That's
his second father after Trump. And then his actual real father is his third father.
There's a real hierarchy.
There is. Okay, so we got to get ready for our show.
I got a big announcement during speed.
Oh, yeah, big announcement.
Big announcement.
The show is not about you, Rob.
Blow everyone's mind.
About you.
The show is not about you. Okay, so big announcement during speed. Listen, 9 to 11. Make sure you're following us on all the things.
WIBC.com. You can stream it live if you're not local and you can't listen on the radio.
Big announcement.
Big announcement.
Instagram.
We don't know what it is either.
Instagram at Chicks on Right. Twitter at Chicks on Right. Make sure you're following us on the Facebook, even though it's like the 14th circle of hell. And what else? The YouTube. They're subscribing to YouTube.
The Mock and Daisy Show.
Yes,
on
do
YouTube.
that. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye.